So today I want to talk about video games. Not just any video games, I want to talk about the first 10 games I played on my PlayStation 4, or the first 10 Platinum trophies that I earned on my PlayStation 4. Cast your minds back to 2017, I just transitioned from the Xbox One to the PlayStation 4. I picked up a couple of games and I earned a few Platinum trophies, and I want to talk about those games and I want to rank them. And the ranking system is going to be a little bit different. It's going to be, it's going to be this. So as you can see, we're going to have at the very top, the hard Platinums. Just below, great all-round games. By this I mean, the Platinum trophies may be somewhat challenging, but all in all the game's pretty amazing, and in all aspects of it, not just the game. We've then got the middle tier, which is good game, but an easy Platinum trophy. These are the type of games that are AAA games, you have a really good time with them, like Ghost of Tsushima, but they actually aren't very difficult at all. We then got easy games, so games that are just, cakewalks, really easy games. We then got below that, just did it for the plat. Now, do you think, going into this video, that I have any of these games, the first 10 games I played, fell into this tier? Well, we're going to find out, and who knows? Who knows how many I'll have, if any? If I have a few, I feel like I deserve some form of punishment. The very first game that I played on my PlayStation 4, and I earned the Platinum trophy in this game as well, all the way back in, I earned the Platinum on the 17th of December 2017, and that is Infamous Second Son. Infamous Second Son is a great game, an open world superhero game. Troy Baker voices the main character, Declan Rowe I think. And all in all, it's a really great PlayStation 4. It was a great introduction to the PlayStation 4 system for me as someone who just joined a little bit later. But even now, in today's day, 2021, Platinum Trophy is really easy. All you got to do is play through the game on hard, which is not challenging at all, and then play the game twice for the good and the bad endings. I say good and bad, they're not really. The whole game has you making like 4 or 5 choices throughout the whole game. It's kind of like they wanted you to make you feel like you had a choice, and you do have an influence on the end of the game in some way, but it is quite minor. The game doesn't feel like it's set up for a choice-based game with choice-based actions, but I kind of feel like it just tacked it on because that was cool at the time. It's a very standard open world affair in terms of the trophy list. Finish the main game, do some collectibles, do some side stuff, some trials, combat stuff, and it's yours. And where does it land? Well, shockingly, or not shockingly, Infamous Second Son is going to land itself firmly in the good game, but an easy Platinum. So our next game. The second Platinum trophy I ever earned, I will have you know, is in fact, I'm going to let you guess it. Can you guess it from this action? I need something there. My Name is Mayo was my second ever Platinum trophy. What a shambles I am. What a shambles I am as a gamer. What can I say? I earned the first Platinum. The dopamines are flowing for this Platinum trophy malarkey, so I just want another one, quickly, and hence I earned My Name is Mayo. And I can say quite firmly that I only did it for the plat. So there is the second Platinum trophy I ever earned. Didn't get land itself firmly in the just did it for the plat. Disgraceful. So next I picked up, when I bought my console, I picked up Crash Bandicoot, Infamous Second Son, and the Uncharted collection. I played Uncharted 1, I had a good time with it. I just didn't go for the Platinum straight away because I wasn't sure if that's the way I was going to go. I still haven't Platinumed that game yet, and it's just been on my account for a long time. However, going into Uncharted 2 and Uncharted 3, I knew that those were Platinums I wanted to earn. So my third Platinum is in fact Uncharted 2 among Thieves, and I have to say, a really great game, a pretty challenging trophy list. Playing on Crushing first time is definitely challenging. I found it was anyway, probably 6 out of 10. I didn't get 100%, and that's purely because the DLC is one hell of a mother. You got to do speed runs, you got to do on brutal. It is very challenging. But all in all, this is a really great game, and I think because the Platinum isn't easy, it's going to land itself in the great all-rounder. And then when I finished Uncharted 2, I really wanted to play a good adventure game, a good Indiana Jones replica game. So obviously I went and played Adam's Venture. Adam's Venture Origins was the 4th Platinum trophy I ever earned on my account. Yeah, if you haven't heard of it, it's kind of like Uncharted, but AA, poor man's version of Uncharted. There's no combat in it. It's just very, very, very basic platforming and puzzles, which tells a very cringe story, and it's, Adam's kind of more of a very weird, I don't know how I would even describe him. I'd say more cheerful than Nathan Drake, but in a really uncomfortable way. All in all, it isn't a great game. You can platinum it in like 3 hours, which is why I did it. You know, I didn't realise there was so much shame involved with these easy games when I jumped on the bandwagon. Because I joined so late, I feel like I'd sort of just avoided this whole taboo, like don't play these games for the platinums, I just did it. I don't think it's a disgraceful game though. I'm going to say it's definitely an easy game. You've still got to put some effort into it, there's puzzles you've got to solve, so Adam's Venture is going to land itself in the easy game category. Okay, so my next platinum was World of Nubla. Oh man, I feel embarrassed by this one. This one is pretty bad. It's like a walking game. You walk through these levels just like a walking platformer, and it's just so slow, so tedious and easy and embarrassing. And it ain't a good game. I wouldn't recommend it at all, and I definitely did this one for the plat, and it is a disgraceful, shameful game. Shame on me. Okay, next is Her Majesty's Spiffing. So my 6th platinum was a walking sim. As you can tell, I still, for my first 100 or 200 platinums, I would kind of play one big game and then I'd play like 3 or 4 easy games straight after and jump straight back in with another game. Kind of what I did here. I played Uncharted 2. It took about 20 hours, 30 hours, which for me is about 3 weeks of gaming. So I would say, I'm going to play some easy games, some 4 or 5 hour platinums. And that's what I did with Her Majesty's Spiffing. You can platinum it in about 2 hours. You play as a Scottish astronaut, I believe, and an English astronaut, and they're kind of like on this conquest. You drink a lot of tea and there's a lot of stereotypes, but it is pretty funny. However, this is not a disgraceful platinum, it's just an easy one, so Her Majesty's Spiffing will land itself on the easy game ranking. Okay, so next we've got Infamous First Light. I had such a good time with Infamous Second Son that when I saw this on deal, it was like £8. I just picked it up straight away, knew I was going to play it, knew I was going to love it, and I did really enjoy it. You play as Fetch, who's one of the characters as a side character in Second Son. It's basically her prequel to in Second Son, and it's a lot of fun. Fetch is quite a good character. It shows you about her brother and stuff. It's a good little story. It's pretty short. The story's about 4 hours, and then there's like a challenge mode which takes you about 4 hours. All in all, the platinum is about 8 to 10 hours to earn, but it's really good. It's a good little challenge mode. I had a lot of fun with it. A good little short story. The only downside is the fact that on Second Son you have 4 superpowers, whereas in this one you only have the one, which is a neon. But it's still probably the coolest power in my opinion. Super run, shooting beams. It is pretty cool, and I like how the powers are really unique. They're not just like generic ones like super strength or flight. You have like your neon, your digital, your smoke, and your earth. I think they're all pretty cool, and it just builds on that world. So I'm going to give Infamous First Light a good game, easy platinum, along with its predecessor. Okay, so my platinum number 8 was Goosebumps the game. Don't play this game, it ain't a lot of fun. It's basically like one of those clicking games, like a decision game where it's kind of like, do you want to go left or right? You went left, okay, now do you want to go right, or do you want to pick up this wrench? Oh, you've picked up this wrench. Do you want to now open the door, or jump off the bridge and end the game and kill yourself? I felt like that a lot of the time playing this game. I can assure you that. It isn't a great game. It's basically like, you've got to follow a guide because there's like a trophy finishing the game in like 100 moves. It follows the Goosebumps world, but it's kind of just not that good. I'm not a big fan of like these sort of visual novels. I don't know why I bought it, but I say that, but I do know why I bought it. I bought it for the plat. Disgraceful. So yeah, just did it for the plat. That's Goosebumps is going to land itself firmly in the bottom tier, where I belong as well. Okay, so next we've got The Order 1886. Another game that came out is a launch title for the PlayStation 4. And you are set, I believe it's France, set in 1886, shockingly. And you are part of this order which basically hunts demons, monsters and werewolves. And it tells you a little story, and it got a lot of scrutiny at the beginning of its launch because of how short it was. You can earn this platinum in about 10 hours, but you can finish the game in about 6. And that being said, for a launch title which came out at £40 full price, I can understand why people were annoyed with it, but I have to say that I actually really enjoyed my time with it. I think I picked it up for about £8, £9, and for that price, it delivers a pretty good, concise, short story. The story is pretty good, and the combat is enjoyable. You don't spend a lot of time with it, so yeah, if I was spending 40 hours with this game, I'd have more to say, I'd be more critical of the actual combat, but visually, it still looks beautiful. Like, they just did so much magic with this game, and all in all, good story, looks great, combat's okay. I enjoyed the end of the story as well. I think it did actually set up for a sequel, but it was never to be. But all in all, yeah, easy platinum though. So on that, it's going to land itself firmly in the middle tier. Good game, but easy platinum. Okay, so for my 10th platinum, I picked myself up a Vita. So, at the end of the first year of gaming, I was like, I want to get on this Vita bandwagon, and I have enjoyed my time with it. I've earned about 40 platinums on the Vita while I've had it, and I picked myself up Gravity Rush. So Gravity Rush was my 10th platinum, and it's a pretty good game, I have to say. Now, the only downside is that I still haven't done the DLC, so I've actually bought the DLC when I thought the Vita store was going to close. So I've got that, but it's at a 67% percentage completion, which is kind of annoying. But the Platinum Trophy is pretty good. The story's quite fun. You follow like this girl called Kat, and she's got these superpowers where she can like change gravity, surprisingly by the name, but it's a really cool power, like how she flies and how she fights. The enemies are a little bit weird. It's a little bit, you know, Eastern Japanese anime kind of game in my opinion, but all in all I enjoyed my time with it. And the Platinum Trophy is pretty good. I mean, it's a little bit slow because of the loading screens for the Vita, which is always going to be a hindrance. And there's a lot of like challenging races towards the end, like there's a lot of time trials and stuff, and it isn't necessarily the easiest game to play because you've never played a game like this. The gravity mechanics are so weird, but they're really cool. But because of that, you kind of have to spend a bit of time adjusting to the game, and I don't think it's an easy platinum. It's not a difficult one, but I think it's it is a good game, and I think it's going to land itself firmly in the great all-rounder. So as you can see, here is my completed tier list for the first 10 platinum trophies I earned. There's not a hard platinum there, I'm afraid. No, not yet. As you can see, there's not any hard platinums in my tier system yet. That's because I didn't end up playing any hard games until quite late into my trophy hunting experience. I think it might be the year after when I started playing PlayStation VR is when I started playing a lot of those harder games, and a few of the extra DLCs like Days Gone and stuff were quite challenging. So yeah, but they were my first 10 platinum trophies. What do you think about that? What does that say about me as a gamer? Well, it says even then I was after those easy platinums. What can I say, you know, that instant gratification from an easy platinum. Do I condone it now? You know, you just do whatever you do. You just do whatever makes you happy. At the time, I enjoyed earning those platinums. I didn't think I was going to be facing any scrutiny. I didn't think I was going to be making a YouTube channel where I was then going to make videos about them and then ridicule myself on the internet. But here we are. Life's weird. Life's so weird. Nonetheless, I'd like to thank you very much for watching this video. Do not forget to like and subscribe. I will link the tier list down below if you want to do it, but it doesn't kind of really work because, well, you have to have your own games, and these are my games that I played. But all in all, you could always make your own game list and then add your own games on what you think about this. If you like this video, I am more than prepared to do more videos like this, to talk about more of my games, rate more of my platinums, and just bring upon more shame on myself, because that's kind of all this channel is at this point. Thank you very much for watching. Do not forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next video. Take it easy.